100 words per minute speed, 5 minutes duration. Ready? Start. It was not often that Mr. Wells left his house for very many hours with no one in it. Full stop. During that day, Miss Black was there for most of the time. Full stop. Miss Black could not be called his housekeeper, as he himself kept watch on the stores and on the money spent. Full stop. In fact, he bought most of the food, cleaning materials, and so on his way home from the office and merely passed them to Miss Black to put away. Full stop. No, Miss Black could not be given the high sounding name of housekeeper, but neither could she be called the woman who did for him. Full stop. She fell somewhere between these two high and low points. Full stop. She was a daily help of the most valuable kind, and she looked after the house of Mr. Wells with as much care as she would have looked after her own had she had one of her own. Full stop. But she had no house of her own, and in the evening she went off, and even Mr. Wells did not know where she went or what she did. Full stop. During the day, therefore, his house was in good hands. Full stop. Para. In the evening, there was himself and there was his brother. Full stop. Generally, they were both at home, for neither of them was much given to going out. Full stop. They did not like parties and they did not like the pictures. Full stop. They did not care to pay high prices to see plays which in their opinion were generally not worth the money that had to be spent in getting up to town and paying for a reasonable place. Full stop. Neither of the men had married and neither had a regular girl friend. Full stop. Their evenings were, therefore, generally spent in the house, and it was the house that they both loved more than any other thing in the world. Full stop. It was certainly a lovely little house, far enough away from the city to be almost in the country. Full stop. It was peaceful and there were good views from the windows. Full stop. From the outside, it looked in most ways much like the home of anyone with a reasonable, well paid position in the city. Full stop. Few people ever stepped inside, but those who did were greatly surprised, for certainly the inside of the house was not in any way like the common run of houses. Full stop. It was full of the most valuable things, all carefully placed and marked. Full stop. What had been two living rooms had been made into one very large room in the form of the letter L. Full stop. The room was white and as clean as if it had been in the hands of the painter that very day. Full stop. Everything in the room was clearly a showpiece, something bought at a sale and for which a high price had to be paid. Full stop. The pictures were old masters and the books were beautifully covered. Full stop. The table and all other pieces had been carefully bought one by one as opportunity and money made such buying possible. Full stop.